Good afternoon, my lawn lovers. Rich Lawns, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, if you haven't liked my channel, please do. It's a Sunday, 12th of February. Thankfully, in my area, fingers crossed, the sub-zero temperatures, which have been wreaking havoc in terms of me getting out onto my customers' lawns and getting ahead of ourselves, ready for March, scarification, major renovations. Fingers crossed that is all now behind us. Right, on a customer's lawn, obviously not. I'm going to spin this round for you in a second, but yes, Rich Lawns is on Rich Lawns. I think it's a really important feature of the channel. We've gone through this before, I've gone through this before. It definitely demonstrates, I practice what I preach. Having my own lawn to work on is a massive benefit for me, because every now and again new products come onto the market. Certainly like to do a test run on my own lawn so I can visually see what's happening before I leash it onto my customers. And again, having my own lawn means that I can continuously, again, practice what I preach, zone in on my techniques, become better at what I do. And because my lawn plan systematically follows the same as all of my customers, all the products that I use are the same on my lawn as my customers, all the machinery that I use is the same. I've pretty much got a very clear understanding, as I'm putting down the same plan on my lawn as theirs, that I can visually see the improvements on my own lawn without having to come in and check on my customers' lawns, you know, every couple of weeks, although I am there certainly, you know, at least every 4 to 8 weeks. At this point, I'll be relying on my editing manager, Tim, to drop in a photo that I took of my lawn on the 23rd of November 2022, just a couple of months ago. So Tim, if you can drop that in now. So there's my lawn on the 23rd of November after I mowed it. I posted that on my social media websites for marketing purposes. I called it November Cuts. You know, let me know what you see, let me know what you think. I mean, in my opinion, it's a lawn that is in very, very good condition. So just look at the state of this. If there is a positive thing to come out of this, I guess ultimately it confirms why I really love doing what I do, in terms of the challenges that I'm up against, and having the pleasure, the benefit, the knowledge, the experience to demonstrate to you guys how I can and how we will quickly turn this lawn back round. But this does demonstrate how quickly, you know, you can have a lawn that's in really, really good condition, mint condition, how quickly it can turn for the worst, which is where we are now, and how quite quickly we can spin it back round. But I'll zoom in a little bit closer, but an abundance of worm casts all over the lawn. That is a seasonal feature. I personally don't think it's worth putting down a product to treat it, just because there's just so many. It's almost like fighting fire with fire. Moss, let me just walk over. Moss, as I've explained, likes the edges of the lawn, the shadier part of the lawn. Unfortunately, just too early to deal with that in terms of scarifying and putting down new grass seeds, but just so many issues. Right, so in terms of the worm casts, I mean, it is a common fact that, you know, worms on your lawn does mean a healthy lawn. The worms, I guess, are putting in aeration into the lawn. Now that the weather is much drier, before I mow my lawn and put down some product, I've just been using this rake just to rake them up and get them off the lawn. I've already done that anyway, but it does seem to work. I've got those off the lawn already. So what I'm proposing to do now, which I'm going to obviously show you on video, is to mow the lawn at this time of year. Clearly a minimal amount of growth, so I'm not going to be scalping the lawn. I'm really just wanting to mow the lawn, so the next part of the video later on, you're going to see me put down a liquid application via my knapsack sprayer. So by mowing the lawn, I'm just going to have nice visual lines which will give me much more accuracy in terms of getting the product on the lawn in all the right places. So, my lawn lovers, looking at what I know you're looking at now, you can clearly see those nice double lines on my lawn. That's a Suffolk Punch cylinder lawnmower, cylinder rather than rotary, which is fantastic. I've not used it today, but fantastic for cutting the tops off. Cylinder more about getting into the lawn. The importance for me and the importance for you of doing what I've just done is I've now got real accuracy on the lawn in terms of the product that I'm going to talk to you about in a minute. I'm just going to go get that, and let's get that down. Let's talk about it. So this being a liquid fertilizer is my product of choice to go onto my lawn right now, and it's a product that you're going to see me using quite heavily on all my customers' lawns over February and well into March, prior to us getting on with scarifying. A fantastic product. It's fully loaded, has multiple components in it, but each of those components all working together to stimulate a great turf response. We've got nitrogen at 7%. That gives you color density and growth. We've got iron at 2%, immediate color response. Amino acid for folio uptake during times of stress. We've got carbohydrates to boost soil biology, stimulating activity and nutrient cycling. And there's also a surfactant component in there which aids nutrient uptake and helps the product movement into and through the root zone. Right, so I've got the product now loaded into my knapsack sprayer. For around 100 meters square, you're looking at around 250 to 500 mil of product with around 4 to 6 liters of water. Just because of the condition of my lawn, I'm going in at the top end. I've put in 500 mil and I've gone with 6 liters of water. So let's get this down. Right then, for those of you that were paying attention, and I know a lot of you have got an eagle eye, I've seen the comments, I've read the comments. I did temporarily stop what I was doing, stop filming. The hose attachment to my knapsack sprayer was leaking, product was dripping. That's not acceptable. It's not acceptable for me, not acceptable to you. So I do obviously have spares, brand new accessory attachments to put onto it, so that's why I stopped filming, put a fresh one on, and everything was good. So we're all done here. All I need to do is put my kit away and get back onto this lawn in around a week, 2 weeks time with the camera, and give you an update on how things are looking.